welcome back everybody. So wanted to wish everybody a happy Easter. I hope everybody's having a very safe and a very enjoyable holiday weekend with their families and loved ones, and getting to do things that they enjoy doing. Unfortunately, that also means that here in the state of Vermont, it's the last day of trapping season, which is always a bummer for spring season, and it also means that it's pull day. So we'll see if we got anything at all to show you guys. I hope we do, but we will be back, and if we have any catches at all, or we see anything interesting or whatnot. But you guys hang in there. We appreciate everybody being here, and we appreciate everybody tuning in all season long. We've had some really great interaction with people. We've had some negative interaction. Unfortunately, that's to be expected. But all in all, I'd say it was a pretty successful, considering we were only trapping for about 7 weeks in a 6-mile radius. We're in the mid 50s, pushing close to 60 for beaver, which I think is pretty good for this area. But anyway, you guys hang in there, and we'll see if we got anything else to show you. And God bless everybody. All right, well, I came in on this property here. That's the old trolley way that we've been trapping all year. The first trap that we come to when we come in, when we access the property, is right by a big culvert they've been plugging up. We put a new set in there on a foothold drowner, and I thought for sure if we had anywhere, it was going to be on that trap. And I was wrong again. That happens from time to time, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And I try to learn from it and see any sign around it and what it can tell me or not. But you guys saw us reset a foothold over here, and we found the crossover, and I showed you a dive stick that we set up. We did a little bit of show and tell there, and I don't know if you guys remember me telling you about putting those little sticks in front of the base of your caster mound. They have to, if they bump into it, they have to put their feet down to either turn around and go away, or to sniff around. And I'm thinking that it worked. I'll spin you around. So right here is that caster mound that we reset. We showed you the caster mound, and it had been down there, and the trap was way out farther, and we brought the trap up here and we reset the caster mound up. Caster mound's destroyed. The sticks were bumped a little bit there, and that is a tight line. I can't really see down in there with the current of the water, but I'm hoping there's something on that one. And then you come across, that's that crossover, and we showed you where he was making the caster mound here and the caster mound there, and there's that dive set that I put in where that stick was. I told you there's brush all down through there and down there. He couldn't come in anywhere but there. Shablam, we got one there. It looks like a 2-year-old, decent sized little beaver, not real huge, nothing to write home about. And then this drowner. So give me a second and I'll pull this drowner up, and I'm by myself, so can't really hold the camera and do that, but I'll pull this drowner up and see what we got on this one. There, the end of that foothold drowner there, we got another 2-year-old, maybe a 3-year-old, decent sized beaver. So that's 2. Can't complain about that on the last day. I'll take it. We got one more trap up above that I got to walk up to, and we'll see if we got anything in that one. You guys hang in there. Well, there wasn't anything in that trap, folks, but this is a property that we came back to after catching, I don't know how many we had here. I want to say it was more than 10. We were pretty confident that we had them. I'm thinking that more moved in. These 2-year-olds are probably ones that got kicked out from another place, and I don't know, it's hard to tell sometimes, but there is a massive swamp back here. It could just be infested with them, and we can't get to it. I'm going to work on that for next year if I can find me a small flat bottom boat. Try to cut me some pathways out, see if I can get out in the better access to that swamp. But anyway, we had 4 traps here on this property that we came back to, got called back to, and we've gotten a few since we've been back, surprisingly, and we just went 2 for 4 this morning. So That ain't bad. That's not bad at all. That puts us pretty close to probably 15 off this property. And this property, where we're trapping on it, I don't think it's 300, maybe 400 yards long. So that's pretty good. Anyway, again, happy Easter to everybody. We're gonna get out on that big line, but I got a few things that I need to do first and get these beavers out of these traps, because like I said, today's the last day. So but I got some things to do with the family, and just found out that my daughter's also in labor, which is awesome. So my third grandbaby is going to be coming, and can't wait for that. Very excited. So yeah, things are good. I really can't complain. Getting older, my body's starting to fail me a little bit more. I need more help on things that I wouldn't care to need help for, but I'm just stubborn that way. And but anyway, looking like a decent day so far. So you guys hang in there. Thanks for being here. Well, everybody, I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the traffic noise and the wind noise and everything. I still only have my phone to video on, so unfortunately that is what it is. Willie's not able to meet me until later on, so I'm going to see what I can do by myself for now, because I still have things going on with the family today, being Easter. Again, I apologize for this wind. I know it's horrendous. I'm sorry. But anyway, I would like to tell you guys all that not 10 minutes after I took the video showing you guys the last two beaver and telling you that I found out my daughter was in labor, we received a message saying that she had delivered. Her and the baby are both extremely healthy, and we're very thankful for that. We praise the Lord for that. And yeah, it's turned out to be a great day. I can't wait to see them. Didn't want to overcrowd the hospital, so my wife is on her way up to go and visit. But anyway, that's that. And like I said, thankfully they're both very healthy and both in good spirits. And I got to see the baby via video for a minute, and she was definitely exercising her lungs, let's put it that way. So that's great. I'm so very happy for my daughter, and can't wait to see the little one. Can't wait to see her running around. So anyway, I'm down here on this big line by myself. Extremely windy, a lot of traffic being Easter Sunday. I hope everybody's having a very wonderful Sunday, Easter Sunday, and everybody's very safe. And we'll see if we got anything. If we do, I'll show you. If not, then I'll get back to you and let you know either way. But full day. So anyway, exciting day, a lot going on. I'll be right back. Well, I'm glad I brought the jet sled with me. I can officially tell you guys that if you've never had to release a wild foot-caught Canadian goose out of a 330, you don't know what you're missing. That's a lot of fun. Luckily, it didn't look like he had been caught that long ago, and he was in good health. Once I got him out, I just put the jet sled over the top of him and got the spring set, released his foot, and lifted up the sled. I figured he was going to turn around and give me my comeuppance, but no, he was more interested in getting back out there with his friends. They're still out there squawking at me. So, but anyway, another adventure. It's always interesting. There's never a dull moment. Hang in there. Well, guys, coming back down through after checking the rest of those traps all down through there, empty. I had to release that wild goose foot caught by a 330. That was not fun. Luckily, like I said, we were able to release him unharmed. I didn't see any broken skin or anything. He just was not a happy camper. I come down through here and I'm pulling traps. I get down here and look there. Got a looks like a big old jumbo muskrat. Pull him up out of there, see if we can get a better look at him. Yep. Sorry guys, trying to do this one-handed by myself. Yeah, holy cow, that is a jumbo rat. Look at the size of that rat. Beautiful fur on him. I get him out of there and I look over here. Yep. Pretty sure I had a drowning rig over here, and it doesn't look like it's here, so I'm gonna have to dig around for a second and see if I can find that. But give me just a second and we'll be back. But I got that one jumbo so far. That's a good rat. Be right back. Oh, look at that, another rat. He's not as big as the other one, or at least he doesn't look so when he's all sopping wet. Yeah, he's a pretty good sized rat. That's a good sized rat. Put him over here. Kind of a, can't really see very well, or I can't see very well now. He's probably, once he's dried out, he's probably pretty close to the same size as that one. Both sides of the crossover. So there you have it. I was thinking about it while I was getting these muskrat out of the traps. We caught one on each side of this crossover. And in case you guys were wondering why I had a 1.5 set up over here and a 220 over here, that 1.5 was not for beaver. The 1.5 was set there and the 220 was set over here because when the snow was on the ground, there was an otter crossing right here. And I didn't know if they would come back before the season was over or not. Unfortunately, they did not so far. I haven't seen any sign, nor we got any in any of our traps. We have more traps down the way we got to check, but so far the couple crossovers that they were using when the snow was on the ground, they did not come back to. So I'm thinking they still got a day or two or so before they come back, but unfortunately we ran out of time and ran out of season, so it is what it is. But in case you guys were wondering about that 1.5, freaking out thinking I had it set for beaver, I did not. That was actually set for otter, or muskrat. Muskrat obviously got into it, but mainly set for otter. But anyway, I just figured I better jump on here and reiterate that to you guys before I start getting a bunch of comments about using 1.5s for beaver. But anyway, we'll get on down the line. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, moment of truth. We didn't have anything else down there at that big line you guys saw earlier before my granddaughter was born. The property, one of the properties we got called back to, and this is the farm property closest to my house that we got called back to. This guy swears up and down that he saw a beaver and came here and sat, and it's been a couple weeks, well, 2 weeks probably, and that trap's still sitting, nothing in it. So we will come back to that one and pull that one in here in a minute. Go check the other one. Only take a couple seconds here with you guys since I'm already on with you. It's only 50 yards up here, so again, I want to reiterate to everybody how humbling it is to see how many people reached out and interacted with this channel. I'm really hoping to have my sons and some youth and other youth and as many people as possible working possibly with the state next year or more and education. And I would really like to try to get, if I can find some decent areas that are pretty easy to get in and out of, some disabled people that didn't think that this was possible for them. That trap is still set as well, so I'll pull this, but flip you around. I would love to show some of these people that are disabled, that it's not impossible. Now granted, they may not be able to do it on their own, but it's possible for people like myself and people like you guys to find easier spots to get in and out of that you're still going to get catches on. And like for instance, this spot right here, open field behind me, and yeah, there's a little bit of stuff you got to go through, but you could make it pretty accessible if you needed to. And I think it would be pretty exciting. Again, I'm very humbled for everybody interacting with us this year. I was actually very surprised at the turnout. I said earlier that if we hit 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway, and I will. So if we hit 100 subscribers, be looking for a giveaway. Anything that you guys can do to support us, we really appreciate it. Like I said, I do this all on my own time and my own dime. None of these people that I've trapped for this year, I didn't charge them a dime. Trying to get reestablished and get my name back out there, and it's a small knit community. And if you have the opportunity to help your community out, you do it, especially in a really small, tight knit community like this is here. Everybody knows everybody. All these farmers know everybody. All the landowners know everybody, except for the people that are from out of state, and they're learning. And you know, you get your name out there and keep it a good name, and you're gonna have some luck. But if you go in there and you leave stuff and you trash the place or just treat it badly, odds are you're not getting called back. And you got to be ethical, and you got to be smart. I always try to leave a property better than I found it, and whether that means clearing some brush out that's in a roadway or picking up some trash that floated down a river. Everybody's, a lot of people say that's not my business, that's not my problem. Well, I get what you're saying, but it kind of is. If you want to show that you're ethical and that you mean business when it comes to doing this stuff and treating their land with respect, then you'll go above and beyond, and you'll do things like that. But anyways, I will do a closing as soon as possible. I got to go up and see my granddaughter, and we've got dinner planned, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. So Willie and I were working on cleaning up those last 3 beaver and last 3 rats for the season, and just general picking up shop and getting traps ready to be taken care of for the season and things like that, and thinking about what we're going to be doing for the fall for some predator control and things like that. And I realized that I never came back on. I was going to show you guys all of the animals there together and do some stuff, but unfortunately that didn't happen. We've got another big snowstorm coming, so we wanted to get everything taken care of prior to that. And I just flat out didn't mean to forget you guys, but I just totally spaced doing the closing on this video for you guys. So I really apologize about that, but I want to thank everybody for being here and following us and everything that you've done. I know I've said this before, but I think it's very important to acknowledge the people that need acknowledging, and I'm so humbled and happy to see how many of you interacted, and I hope you're enjoying the content, and I look to bring you a whole lot more. Hoping to have a better recording system or better editing ways or something like that, to try to make things a little bit better. But I just, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough for being here and for hanging out and watching me ramble on. I hope you guys learned anything at all. If there's something that you guys see that I could change or could be better, let me know. I'm all for it. We're all about learning. I'm really hoping to have some kids and some new trappers that are new to trapping, I should say, and possibly I got a couple leads on possibly some disability people that are interested in attempting to do something. So that'd be really, really cool if we could set something up like that to let them be successful. Just see the look on their face to the fact that it can be done. It's difficult. nothing in life is easy, but I think we can make it as pain-free as possible. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope that comes through for us. But anyway, so yeah, we ended up the last 3 days is all we really got after that snowstorm for the last week. Well, the snowstorm didn't last a week, but the weather for the last week really hindered us hard. So the last 3 days when the snow was melting and we were able to get in and do things was really all the time we had in that last week to do anything at all. So in 3 days, basically, we got 3 beaver and 3 muskrat, all jumbo rats. I dried them out. They were good sized rats, so can't really complain about that too much. So anyway, look forward to bringing you more content, and please like, share, and subscribe. Looking at when we do hit 100 subscribers, I am going to do that giveaway. Not sure how that's going to look yet, but we'll plan on it. And if there's anything else that you guys want to see or see more of, feel free to comment and let me know. Been a rough year with the way the state's going, and they're trying to put people that are not hunters, not conservationists, not fishermen, have nothing really to do with the outdoors. They're trying to put a minimum of, I can't remember, I think it's like 3 of them on the board and then one of the bills that they're trying to pass is to take total control from the Fish and Wildlife Department and have it ran by people that have no idea how to manage wildlife. They think they do. They like seeing all the pretty animals around, which is great. I do too. But they have no idea what it takes to manage stuff like this. But yet they want to oversee and put the rules down to the game wardens and make the game wardens enforce their rules. And there's a lot of issues with that right now. Even the game wardens are speaking up and saying that's not going to work. The way you guys are putting this stuff forward, stuff's going to get out of control in the state real quick. So I'll be curious to see how that turns out. It's not looking good, but we'll see. But God bless everybody. I hope everybody had a really great weekend and a good Easter and stayed safe. And tight chains for everybody. Like I said, feel free to reach out anytime. So that's the wrap for the 2024 spring beaver season, beaver, otter, mink, or beaver, otter, and muskrat, I'm sorry. And then we're done until I think it's October. We can start doing predator control, but and some nest raiders and things like that. But look forward to seeing you guys. I'm hoping to get some fishing in with the kids and whatnot, and hopefully some hunting this year. So you guys hang in there, and we'll see you soon.